we are Neutron, and we are actually a market leader. We call ourselves the market leader of the microcomputer industry. And today, we are asking 5 million for 22% of stock. Now let me bring you to Neutron's venture. Firstly, let me introduce you to the management chamber. First is Yuan, who is the CEO, and followed by Tang Xiao, who is the CFO, and Rohit, who is the Chief Marketing Officer, and me, who is the Chief Sales Officer, followed by Teja, who is the manufacturing, and Yen and Jamie, who looks after the team of research and technology. Before I bring you all to the why you should invest in our country, invest in our company, let me bring you all to the first four quarters we have actually done. So firstly, right, let's look at the location of our factory. In the first four quarters, we actually have been in Canada, and our factory size has been very constant. It has been 25 units per day. And in the first quarter 2 and quarter 3, we actually focused on workhorse and travelers. But then we saw that innovators has a lot of demand, and we feel that our company has the property, and we have the revenue and everything to meet the demand for innovators. So we ventured into innovators in quarter 4, and then these are our brands, and our sales offices has been like New York, London, and Toronto forever. However, our sales offices have been increased from 18 to 24, but we are still emerging as the market leader in the industry. Now let's look at the first test results from the quarter 3. From then you can from the pie chart, it's really clear that Neutron is like the best over there, 35% of the total market share, and Workhorse has actually caught about 50% of the total share, and then Travelers is 27%. And then in the assessment of the second test market, you can actually see that Innovators has in the segment of innovators, after we actually ventured into innovators, we got 54%, which is really significant out of the other 5 teams. And then we have not included for Mercedes yet, because we didn't really want to go into Mercedes. But I would like to say that even if we didn't want to go into Mercedes, the amount of share we got from Mercedes was significantly high, because the Mercedes, the people who wanted to invest, they saw that our product and our brand design was significantly useful for them. And now to the financial status, and from this you should really know that you should actually invest in us, because look at your total assets and revenues. Even though in quarter 3 we have been relatively low, but then in quarter 4 we have really come up with a very high margin, and we have really improved on it. So I think you should really invest in our company. Now for the financial ROE and ROI, even though quarter 3 it has been a negative and it's really bad, but we have put in a lot of effort, and we have tried to come up with the marketing strategies and brand design, ad design, and all the financials, and we have made our ROE and ROI to the positive level. And now let's look at the other 5 companies who are actually against us in the microcomputer industry. From this, I'm just going to point out 3 important things. Look at the total demand. For Neutron is 3212 compared to Velox, which is our second most, our most competitor, which is 1185, which is the margin is significantly very high. And second, the number of sales offices. You look at that, like Velox, Switch, Microm, and Vertex, they have 4 offices, where we have 3. But then we still capture the most of the market demand. And then lastly, let me talk to you about the balanced scorecard. Balanced scorecard, it's really significant. It's 9:1 ratio. And I just want to ask you one question. How many of that small dot can occupy this very big red dot? And with that question, I'm passing you to Rohit, who will explain to you why you should continue to invest in our company. Thank you.
Thank you, Meenu. Okay, so why should investors? First of all, we can have a look at the financial ratios. We're consistently above the industry average. We are actually the highest in most of them. So leverage ratio or activity ratio you can see. And this one, right? Cost of goods sold divided by input inventory. This is not available because we are very effectively removing our selling of our inventory. So most of the time our inventory remains at 0. Next, I'd like to profitability ratio. Again, you can see that every year we are above the market average. We are actually the highest in the profitability ratios. Okay, the reason why we want you to invest is because of this figure here. Because if we invest in R&D in quarter 5, we will have a negative cash flow. So hence we require you to invest the $5 million as stated by my colleague earlier. The net present value according to our future cash flow predictions is $9.8 million. And with that, I'd like to pass on to.
Okay, so I would talk more about our SWOT and our strengths and weaknesses, as well as our strengths and our opportunities, and why you should invest in our company. As you see, because now we have high demand, that's why we can have economy of scale, hence low cost of production, as you can see from our strength. And we already have an established market, that's why we have our brand reputation. Even if our competitors go in and compete with us, they still lose to our brand reputation, which we already established throughout the 2 quarters. And our weakness is, as you can see, we have low capital, so we need capital for R&D. And however, we have opportunity because we are the first mover advantage. And in quarter 5, we already set up 3 offices in Europe, and we are actually have all the offices in Europe, and we're going to dominate the whole Europe market. And our threat is because quarter 5 is a recession quarter, so the demand will lower. However, we're also going for workhorse segment, and we're not going to ignore workhorse because we know that in recession, the demand is actually price elastic, and our workhorse is going to make it. And if our other competitors focus on just Innovator and Mercedes, they're not going to make it because it's a recession quarter. And to
One question.
Are you all not going to target Mercedes?
we're going to target Mercedes. Actually, we invested 2 R&D this quarter for Mercedes. And however, we know that other competitors will go for like travelers. So we try to get those like common features for both, and so we can kind of compete in many markets as possible, as many as possible. However, our focus is R&D because of the high profit margin, and we know that currently our financial status is the best. So no one has the ability to go into Mercedes as well as us. Yeah, so we better dominate.
In short, can I have a prioritizing of the market segment? So your number 1 priority is workhorse or traveler or innovator or Mercedes or what?
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, sure.
Right now, our priority will, of course, when we started, we actually aimed at the workhorse. But after quarter 5 and quarter 6, when we get our R&D, our priority will shift to the Mercedes, because we have invested and we have also made deals with other teams to license what they have researched in quarter 5. So actually by quarter 7, we are probably able to build a very strong Mercedes brand. So by then, what we're hoping, and from some market research of our competitors, Mercedes competition is not going to be very high for us. And through that, we hope that we'll be dominating the Mercedes market in all the offices that we have set up. So the focus will be Mercedes after this investment.
Which are the teams that you're working with? Share R&D.
It's team number 1.
The lots, is it?
You're not part of the 4.
No, we are not.
So are you
Because
going to have
actually-
any alliances with any of the other 4 teams also?
Actually, I can explain to you this kind of alliance. It's actually we're having 4 against 2, and because
Okay, right now, if you can see in terms of financial standings, the 2 of us who are alliancing, we are the top 2. So our team can understand that the 4 teams alliancing are trying to prevent us from rising higher. But we are fully confident that the 2 of us, with our capability now and with your investment, we are actually able to overcome whatever they throw at us. So right now it's a very crucial time because both our team are focusing on R&D, and both of us can come to a very good agreement of what we want to do, and we both are agreeable. And the licensing part is going to be our checkmate to the rest of the 14.
Then which team do you think is our biggest competitor?
Of course, our partner will be our biggest competitors in the end because they have the same technology as us. But so right now, since we are collaborating, what we can do is, in terms of market, we have to try to expand as far as we can and as much as deep as we can. So they will be our biggest threat. So actually, we are not very worried about the 4 teams that are aligned together right now, because we believe in our strength with these 2 of us.
I have a quick question. You're saying you're going to concentrate on Mercedes later on, right? But your R&D will be focused on Mercedes? So don't you think it's a bit too late? And that's why I'm afraid you won't be able to capture the whole market.
Right now the teams that are in Mercedes, they are not doing very well, and they have been capturing a very small share. And our previous innovators product had actually captured a larger Mercedes share than the rest who are targeting Mercedes. So, and the technology you are investing in R&D with your investment is actually is higher attribute to innovators and Mercedes. So we are going to rebrand our innovator product, but that's not our focus because we want to go for a higher margin. We also at the same time rebrand our innovators, and that will also sustain and give us a steady revenue and with a higher margin. So together with our existing innovators, rebranded, and a new Mercedes, I believe that can sustain us and actually bring us to quite a good standing.
Can you tell me how many percentage of the company share for the amount of money?
Can I have a bit?
Yes. Okay, we are currently asking for your 22% of, we will get 22% shares for $10 million.
And actually, for your information, although we form alliance with Velox, actually we believe that our R&D for the next quarter is actually better. So we're actually forking out more for the better R&D, because you know that even if we are live, the other team will have to lag by 1 quarter, and that's why we know that even if we are live, we still keep our competitive advantage by getting the better R&D for our Mercedes brand.
Which are the 2 R&Ds that you are doing?
Let me tell you what the top is the ultra high speed processor that can apply to 3 of the segments, and that is actually, we think, is our time card to lead our partner in the quarter 6.
So you are going for 2 R&D for
Yes.
this quarter. So other than UPS, any
The
other?
second one will be the window upgrade.
You all do realize that you only have 2 R&D per quarter, right?
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.